Perfect.
Hi guys, welcome to my booktube. I have finally made one, and today is just gonna be a booktube newbie tag where I'll be answering some basic questions about myself, my channel, and all the books that I love to talk about and what kind of content I'll be providing for you guys. Do a little intro about me. My name is Kylie. I'm 20 years old and I am from Southern California. I am a full-time college student. I am a biomedical engineering major. I hope to go to med school and become a doctor in the future. And yeah, I'm also a musician. I play bass trombone, bass guitar, trumpet, tuba, and a little bit of piano. And I also am a big sports fan. I love American football, baseball, and hockey the most. And obviously I love reading. I'm a big reader, and that's basically gonna be what all my content is gonna be like on this channel. And I'll probably do other things as well, but I'm mostly gonna be doing stuff book related, and yeah. So the first question is, why did I start this channel? Essentially, in the US, there is a potential ban of TikTok, and there aren't really certainties about whether or not it is going to be banned, and if it does, I don't know what limitations I'll have on that. I've been on Booktok since March of 2024, so less than a year at this point, but I still grew a big community, and I love posting, I love making content, and just interacting with other book besties on there. It's honestly like one of my pride and joys, really. And with the potential ban, I was like, it's finally time to start branching out, and so I started making a booktube, and now I've made a Bookstagram as well. And hopefully TikTok doesn't get banned because I love Booktok so much, but if it does, I can start fresh here and on Instagram. The next question is, what are some fun and unique things I can bring to Booktube? I really just am gonna want to bring most of my content from Booktok onto here and kind of just make it longer format, be able to talk more, and do some fun challenges or just video ideas. I love doing videos that I personally come up with or I just don't see a lot on Booktok, and I just have the most fun with those. Some of my favorite videos I made are books that match my personality, book boyfriends that I wouldn't date in real life. I've also done that with book girlfriends. And honestly, I just love rambling about books as well. And more recently, I've been doing a lot more like funny little skits almost, like do an audio and literally just reenact certain scenes or scenarios, or basically what book characters would do or sound like with certain audios and scenarios. I just love doing that a lot, and so hopefully on Booktube I can bring more of that onto here and literally just make it longer format. I think that'd be very fun. Next question is, what am I most excited about with this new channel? So I think I'm just really excited about the longer format and how it's really encouraged on YouTube to have longer videos. On TikTok, I would film so long and have just very long videos, and I would have to cut it down to like max 5 to 6 minutes. Usually Booktok doesn't really like very long videos. They'll like a couple minutes, but they don't like very long videos. And so on here I'm excited about just being able to ramble on more and more, and it will just show how passionate I am about these books and how much I love them. So I'm very excited to finally have that option. And I'm also just very excited to just try new video styles and ideas. I want to do more reading vlogs or vlogs in general. I want to do more challenges, and I don't know, I just want to film longer videos and see how those turn out. Next is honestly such a simple question, but honestly kind of hard for me, is why do I love reading so much? I don't know why. It just feels like there's so many things that I can say about why I love reading, but I think the main thing is that it is just my safe space. It lets my imagination run freely, and honestly just gives me a little creative freedom to like explore a new world, all these new characters, their arcs, and just experience so many things that I myself cannot experience in this life. Some of my favorite books have made me feel so many different ways, in either good or bad ways, and I feel like that's very important to be in touch with that. And so I feel like books is a great escape for me and a way to really just touch in with my emotions and my imagination. I feel like my creativity and my imagination just really surge up every time I read a book, so it's very important to me, and that's why I love reading. Question number 5 is, what book series got me into reading? Now, there have been so many different points in my life where I got back into reading or when I started reading. I would say the book series that really got me into reading and like started to want to read more during like middle school was Harry Potter and the Diabolic Trilogy by S.J. Kincaid. I think those two series really just touched me in ways I didn't think could be possible. It sort of like touched something in my brain and be like, hey, this is really nice. I feel great. I love how this is making me feel and think. I need more of this. And then so I started reading for a while after that, and then I think like when COVID hit, I like stopped reading for a little bit. But then I got into The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I got into The Deal by Elle Kennedy. And that was really when I wanted to start Booktok. And that's when I started reading more and more and more. Next is, what are questions I would ask fellow booktubers or my favorite booktubers about? I don't watch a lot of booktube, so I don't really have favorites right now. But for any other booktubers out there, my questions would be like, how do I get used to posting on YouTube? You know, what are some like tips or tricks you would give me as a new booktuber? Next are, what challenges do I think will be the hardest to overcome starting this new booktube channel? I think for me, it's just gonna be time management and finding time to not only just record a video, but time to edit, time to post, with me being a full-time college student and still trying to figure out like how to work the camera and not having edited like these kind of videos before. It's just gonna take a lot of time for me to get used to, and with college I just feel like I just gotta work around my schedule and find time. I really want to be consistent on here, especially if TikTok is gonna be taken down. So I really just need to figure out and overcome how to manage my time and how to really achieve all these things in a consistent manner. Next is, when did I start reading? I would say when I was in 4th grade I started really reading. I really got into reading after reading a book called Cloaked. I don't remember anything about it, but I just remembered how it made me feel and how I was like super excited about it, and I actually like bought the book from the school after it was closing down. So it meant a lot to me. I don't remember anything, but it meant a lot to me at the time. But then in like junior year of high school, I would say, I got really into reading more books like in a consistent manner, I would say again. When I started reading Booktok books, I started getting Booktok videos and recommendations. I started following that pattern. And so ever since that, I've been like reading almost every single day, almost. And so yeah, I would say like as of my reading journey right now, I would say I just really started my junior year, but I've kind of always been a reader. Next is simply, where do I read? I read almost anywhere, everywhere, anytime. I can read just about anywhere. I don't really care about that. However, I cannot read in silence. What I like to do personally is put my headphones on and like get a video from YouTube, and it can be like basically just video essays or like people talking about court cases. I love listening to true crime stuff while I'm reading, and it's not like loud enough for me to be like really distracted, but it's just like, I don't know, it feels very soothing to me, which is a little concerning, I would say. But I just love people talking about things, especially like cases, like true crime cases, all that. Like, it's just my go-to when I need to read and I need some noise going on. Please tell me I'm not the only one who does this. Next is, what kind of books do I like to read? I love reading almost any and every single genre out there. I love romance, I love fantasy, I love historical fiction, sci-fi, dystopian, nonfiction. I'll read literary fiction I'm really getting into right now. I love like criminal books, like crime, true crime books. I love that. I'm getting more into mystery and thriller right now. And so I literally read almost anything, everything. Some of my favorite books and book series are the Boys of Tommen series, Harry Potter obviously, the Diabolic Trilogy obviously, the Off-Campus / Briar-U universe by Elle Kennedy is one of my favorites of all time. I love All the Light We Cannot See. I love Jane Eyre. I love The Shepherd King Zoology by Rachel Gillig. Like, there's so many books that I love, and so I feel like that's also what's great about my thing, is that I read almost anything, everything, and I'll give everything a chance, and I'll be able to provide more reviews and feedback on here, and yeah. And lastly, what does my book collection look like? I'm at college, but because I'm not like super far away from home, I have most of my books here with me, so let me show you what they look like. First, I have some of my fantasy books up here. I have all of my L. Kennedy books here. Some other romance books here. I read the Chestnut Spring series in 2024. It was amazing. And then we have Abby Jimenez and Boys of Tommen right here. I like to keep them very close to me because they're my favorites. And then I have some of my other books on my TBR here. I literally just fill this front and back of all the books I've read, want to talk about, and just haven't read. I have some here as well. Almost all of these I haven't read yet. And then lastly, I have this little collection right here. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you for tuning into this channel. I'm so excited for this journey. All of my socials will be linked down below, like my TikTok, my Instagram, my Goodreads, my Pavel. All of that will be in the description. And yeah, bye.